Shia LaBeouf ever act again?
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back
do.
when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All right
scripts.
here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 542. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Brian.
Hey, 4 out of 5. Ain't bad.
Nice.
They waited for me to show up to start recording.
I'm impressed. They didn't wait until you got your A&W
No.
to the place that Jason's never been, but he's been there.
What?
Right.
A&W.
Oh, yeah. I've been in KFC that's attached to it, but never the A&W side.
It's the same place.
You put your order in at the same register.
Sure.
Yes.
Even the drive-thru?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I've been there.
Specifically the drive-thru.
I don't believe
Everybody
that.
else has been there.
I don't believe that. Yeah.
I
As
was
a matter of fact, you can order from either menu
What?
at the same time.
Could you mix and match?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I did that.
So A&W and KFC, you can mix and match. Wow.
I was actually there before it was KFC added.
It was just
It
A&W?
was just A&W.
Okay. Do they have root beer floats?
No. No root beer.
The one thing they're most famous for.
No root beer. Nope.
Be kind of weird. The A&W side sells chicken. The KFC side sells root beer. I get it. I got it now. Got it. Brian, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. Jim, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
We decided to call off golf this week because of the threat of rain, and so it didn't rain.
It rained.
It rained a little bit, but it didn't get the thunderstorms that we were predicted.
No. I think they said that's tomorrow is what they're thinking is thunderstorms, so we'll
But
see.
it did rain pretty much off and on all day.
It did.
We still could have gotten the golf in.
Yeah, wusses. Yeah. So, Jeff, how are you doing?
Good.
What are you eating over there?
I'm eating sour pez.
Oh, is that blueberry?
I'm mixing the blueberry and the pineapple.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I had pina colada gum this week. It wasn't too bad.
I'm not a big fan of pina colada. I like both coconut and pineapple, but for some reason not together.
Okay. See, I'm not a big coconut fan, but it was pretty darn good gum. It was that icebreakers or like whatever in that little box of them. So it was pretty decent. I was pretty happy with those.
Is it a box if it's like round?
No, it's actually not round. It's rectangular. Thank you. Yeah. So, ha. Anyways, moving on. Anybody watch anything?
Yes.
Yes.
This is really good podcasting, guys.
Oh, no, I watched something.
Okay. Jim, what'd you watch? We're going with you.
Let's see. What have I watched in the past 2 weeks? Again, I also watched The Fall Guy when Jeff did, and I will say it was, again, a lot of fun. And I really appreciate me trying to talk and Jason just banging on shit, making noise.
He at least turned down his microphone before he did that.
There you go.
But The Fall Guy was a lot of fun. And I'd recommend people watching it. I'll watch it again.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah. Again, it's not a whole lot bad to say about it. Again, it's kind of mindless action film, but it's fun. So,
is it better than Ricky Stenicki?
Yes, it's better than Ricky Stenicki.
Okay, just checking. Which was a fun film, too.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that Fall Guy is struggling at the domestic box office.
Yeah, only another like $13 million this week. Or
Yeah. It had a pretty good sized budget, though. That's why.
Yeah. Well, again, they had all the stunts they had to do, and it's not CGI; it's actually real stunts.
Yeah.
So, and then I got back to watching some trash reality show, the House of Villains.
Okay.
And I saw where the one guy made maybe the stupidest move you can make in any of these competition reality shows.
He gave up.
No, he put himself up for elimination.
Ah. And did he get eliminated?
I haven't finished this episode yet, but he is. There's 3 people went up, and he put himself up, and one person won the next competition, took themselves down, so he is still up for elimination.
That's an idiot.
Yes.
That's not a good move.
But most of the people on the show are idiots.
Yes. Have you started the reality show with Daniel Tosh?
Yes, I did. That is, I should watch that.
Is
this
that
week.
Amazon? Or
It's on Amazon.
yeah,
It's
is there basically it's all the reality stars trying to compete to see who the best reality star
the
is.
GOAT.
Yeah,
The GOAT.
and I'm intrigued by it just because it's Daniel Tosh and he's humorous.
One of my favorites. They're just in the kitchen, like they're like middle, like not even doing like an event. They're just talking in the kitchen, and Daniel Tosh just walks behind him, gets in the fridge, gets stuff out,
Just eating.
Like normally the host doesn't spend any time in the house.
Yes.
But Daniel Tosh is a little bit different than most of them.
Yes.
Like when they have their like chairs, their the little diary sessions. Mm-hmm. And he comes and sits down like, no, you don't have to do... And he just starts talking. And the producer's like, no, you don't do this.
I think I want to start watching it. It looks like he would make it enjoyable. So
And like the if you get the people on the real athletic people on some of these competitions, they would roll through these because the stuff is not real hard to do.
on Tosh's one,
Yeah.
Tosh's show. Okay.
But again, they have like the Bravo people who all they do is like throw drinks at people and yell and scream at each other, which
And get turned into cat memes.
I mean, which actually was one of the competitions, I think.
Turn it into a cat meme.
No, yelling at people
And throwing drinks
throwing
on them.
drinks.
Okay. Brian, A, say anything? Did you see anything this week?
I did.
What'd you see?
Caught up on The Rookie.
Okay. Still enjoying it?
Oh yeah. Still churning away at Blue Bloods. No. Why are we still eating fucking Peeps, man?
Because we didn't eat them last week.
These are Rice Krispie treats.
Why?
Because they're Rice Krispie treats from Doug. Just going to mock you.
You can just pass it over to me if you don't want
No,
it.
no,
Brian.
he's eating it. I think he's got it. It's good, isn't it?
No, fucking terrible.
I think he really likes it.
Do you hate Brian, Jason?
Doug bought these.
Do you hate Brian?
Yeah, that wasn't the question.
No, I like Brian a lot.
Ugh. That's worse than all of them.
He kind of looked like a dog shaking it out.
Ugh. Jeez.
Now he's calling you a dog.
I don't get the Rice Krispie to this.
It's a marketing ploy.
I get marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An extra marshmallow.
It's the right color is about all it is.
Yeah. There's no pop.
Imagine that. This tastes like marshmallow.
Is that what most Peeps taste like? Sugarized marshmallow?
I mean, maybe they ground up the Rice Krispies to coat the thing with, but then that just takes away from the sugar that was on them.
I mean, it's not bad.
It just tastes like marshmallow.
Yeah. I do like marshmallows, though. So anyways, Brian, you catching up on Blue Bloods.
Yep.
Catch up on Peeps.
Nope. And then last night I made a terrible decision and decided to watch Argyle.
Oh, the film about the cat, isn't it? I don't know. That's all I saw the previews of.
I mean, there's a cat in the movie.
That's all I saw in the previews.
Is this a movie about the chauffeur from Die Hard?
No.
Oh.
That would be
It's
better.
Henry Cavill.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Bryce Dallas Howard, Henry Cavill.
She's the author, and he's the character from the book.
Yeah, yeah.
She's writing the book, and it kind of happens in real life.
Did you pay for this?
No, it's free on Apple.
Okay. Is that too much still?
Yeah, I mean,
Why was it bad?
it was just like it didn't know what it wanted to be. Like it kind of was serious, and then they tried to be funny, and it didn't work. And then there was like action scenes, but they were like super over the top choreographed, and like just none of it fit together. Like if they would have just had a
theme?
yeah, like I think if they would have like I don't know, if they would have just made it like a serious movie, it would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked the premise of it, but it was just terribly done.
They try to throw too much humor in?
Yeah, it was just at like weird parts too. Like
When I saw the trailer, like I'm serious, like all I saw was they kept showing the fucking cat.
well, that's Alfie.
Okay. And then, like, I couldn't tell you anything that it's about, like, from the trailer. Nor did I really care at the end.
So she is an author.
Well, I didn't see it. I just saw the trailer, and I just told you what it was about because you don't know how to pay attention.
Okay.
So she
I didn't get it.
She's an author. She's
I still love you, Jason.
It's fine.
she's writing spy novels, and that kind of turns into real life. Like they mimic her and then turn into real life.
Oh.
Like her stories and life kind of intersect and become one. The cast that was in it should have been way better, I think. Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, John Cena, Henry Cavill. Like,
Well, they said they were trying to make it into a franchise.
God, I hope not.
Well, it
Samuel
bombed.
Jackson was in it too.
Well, he's in everything.
But I mean, like,
Yeah, they said it bombed enough that they won't be moving forward with anything. But they were trying to make it an.
if they did anything, I would only want them to focus on Sam Rockwell because he was the best part in my opinion.
There was an article I was reading. I think it was Variety, and they said that studios are no longer looking to make movies. They're just looking for IPs, basically. Like they just want a franchise without.
What do you mean now?
Well,
Yeah.
they were just saying that it's been more prevalent now.
I mean, it's been that way for at least
because they said,
pre-MCU.
they were. It was just kind of an interesting article that basically you don't see a lot of those movies hit the mainstream anymore, like regular movies. It's a lot of franchises, or that's all we want is a franchise now. They're always looking for that next franchise. Like Argyle was supposed to be a franchise and it bombed. So
I mean,
so if they would have written it at like with that in mind, or knowing that they were going to make another one, then I feel like they could have done that, and the first one, the original one, would have been better.
yeah.
Because they wouldn't have they could have I think she was just finished the fourth book in this series and was writing the fifth as it was taking place. So there's enough theoretically there's enough source material there with all of her books that she's written to actually not make it. I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah, they said in the article it was basically they're more worried about writing we got the treatment for the 3 films instead of focusing on one good film. They're so worried about the next 3.
they're too worried about the future films and the
Yes.
sequels than to actually put out the quality in the first film.
Which makes sense. I mean, if you see a lot of the films in the last couple years that you keep thinking that they're supposed to be the next big thing. Dark Universe. That was 7 years ago, I think, though.
That was the first year we did this podcast.
Jeff, I was really excited. They're building the Dark Universe.
I remember when we sat over in the one area of your unfinished basement. And,
With the mattress.
yeah.
Hey, Jeff, they were doing a Dark Universe.
Oh, they're going to combine all these universal horror creatures.
I don't know how, but okay. That kind of sounds
I don't
silly.
know why, but okay.
Yeah, Russell Crowe's going to be the who's going to be the Nick Fury. That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Did anybody see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
I have not.
I still want to go see.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
It is not about Christopher Lee's life.
No. No, not specifically.
No,
But
but he was in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which his life story is amazing. If you haven't looked it up, too.
I saw something that was about 5 years old that popped up on YouTube, and it was a cracked live thing where the old cast of people that were on Cracked 5-6 years ago.
When Cracked.com was good.
Yeah. And they sat around and they threw out pitches for IPs that they think should be made. And one of the guys pretty much pitched that. Said, I read this book or blah, blah, blah about, and he pretty much described, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the movie that's coming out next week. And this thing was 5 or 6 years old.
Did he pitch Argyle?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Dragonlance, just for Blake.
No.
No.
I don't know why Blake doesn't really want it done because it will never
Be as good.
It'll never live up to
to
what
his
he wants it to
expectations.
be.
Yes.
I mean, he admits, every time he watches something that he's read or his wife watches something that they've read, it's always disappointed.
Yeah. Maybe Blake just is disappointed. Always.
I mean, he is a Browns fan.
That's true.
Like, The Lord of the Rings was probably one of the closest that I've had to fully enjoying as much as I did with the books.
New Lord of the Rings film coming out. Did you see that?
Yep.
What is it, Gollum? The Search for Gollum or something like that?
Something Andy Serkis directing.
Yep. Not to be confused with the fan film that's about 15 minutes long, The Search for Gollum, that was originally pulled. It was like on YouTube, and the guy who made it pretty much said, "Hey, this is just I don't want to make any money off this. This is just an homage to it." Da, da, da. And then they made the new one and had that removed.
Oh,
but then people kind of fired back, like, just let the guy have his film, and they took away the.
They did that with Star Wars a while back when a lot of people were making fan films before like they started expanding the universe in Disney Plus and all that stuff. And they shut it down for a while, and then they're like, "We're idiots. This is keeping the fan base going."
Oh, yeah.
And so they're just like, "Go ahead.
No,
It's fine."
you should put Hardware Wars out everywhere.
Who made the cut? Where I guess the prequels they made a cut of the prequels to make.
Oh, is that
actually
Radcliffe? Daniel Radcliffe?
No, God, for some reason Zach Braff is the name coming to mind, but I don't think that's.
I don't think it was him. I'll find it out for you. They said the Lord of the Rings is going to follow Gollum, and they said basically, I guess, how he becomes a meth head in it.
Spoiler alert: he dies.
Oh. They said Andy Serkis is doing it.
So would it be more about the story of Schmeagol?
Probably.
They said Serkis is directing and starring in it. Peter Jackson and his whole crew is producing it and is having a say in it.
Well, Andy Serkis did play Schmeagol and Gollum.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So this is not connected to the Amazon series because that's a separate universe.
That has nothing to do with.
Did you ever finish that one? The Amazon series? Did you start that?
I watched. I don't even think I finished the first episode.
Really? Was it bad or just you weren't just interested?
I just couldn't get into it.
Okay.
Blake hated it because it was artsy.
Gotcha.
Blake hated it because he had something in mind that he wanted it to be, and it wasn't that.
Gotcha.
It was too artsy. They had like the boat going down the little river. He couldn't get past the first scene. That's all I heard him complain about.
That's true. He did complain about it, and that's pretty much how it opened.
Yeah.
It's called Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. So there you go. Yeah.
Gollum.
They said that Peter Jackson and his longtime writing partners will be involved every step of the way. And they will make at least two films in this franchise.
At least.
Yes.
Oh, they're not going to turn technically 3 books are broken into halves to make that 3 movies, then take one shorter book and make that 3 movies itself. So this is just kind of I think a footnote.
Yeah.
So they're going to make 2 movies out of it.
Yeah.
They're also making Warner Brothers is making an animated film, The War of Rohirrim.
Rohirrim.
I think that comes out actually this year. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think it comes out this year. So yeah, that's another Lord of the Rings film coming out. So there you go. Everywhere it's Lord of the Rings.
Yay.
So anything else down there, Brad? Or Brian?
Now he doesn't even know your name.
I do.
I'm Brad.
Oh, okay. That's Brad.
I'm like, I'm on the wrong menu there for Brad.
Anything else, Brian?
Nope.
Okay.
So I've been watching The Amazing Race.
Oh, we just finished the last season.
Okay.
We're gonna get caught up. You can.
It's not a spoiler that I'm going to show. Well, maybe slight spoiler. I will say what they do this season, I don't particularly care for.
Okay.
They took out all the travel.
Why?
I don't know why, but every episode starts
In a new country.
or, not, sometimes they're in the same one, but it's not like when you get to the mat and then you get to leave that far in advance. They're releasing teams in groups, so the first 3 teams go together. So if you had an advantage, but then they're also, okay, well, you just left, Colombia, and now we're in Uruguay. They didn't have to go to the airport, get their tickets,
I like
fly.
that part.
That part was great.
There might have been some, maybe they didn't feel comfortable with the security in some of these countries.
I mean, very well could be, because it's all South America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mexico into South America.
Because I know there were issues in Colombia in their airports. So maybe
What I'm thinking is they private jetted all the teams together
Do you
to
think
the
it was
same
because
location.
in Colombia the roadblock was getting a kilo out?
Yeah, no, that was what they did in Colombia.
In roadblock, who's doing it? So it was kind of like during the COVID seasons, like after COVID. Well,
Yeah.
2021, I think it was. Everybody took the the Amazing Race plane. Yeah, I like them when they fight in the airports. I like that part.
There goes the poster.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
And then there's the one team that will probably win. They're got I think one more episode left.
Mm-hmm.
There's one team that real good, that even though they don't, when they finish first, they don't get to keep that advantage.
Yeah.
Have finished no lower than second
Okay.
and finished. I guess there's been 9 legs. They finished first 6 times and second 3 times.
Yeah.
And they don't have a head start above anybody,
Which kind of sucks.
but they keep winning.
Yeah.
So
it helps one of them speaks fluent Spanish.
But half
That
the
helps.
teams had someone who speaks fluent Spanish.
It sounds like they're really amazing.
But that was the thing, that they haven't left Spanish speaking countries.
How many episodes were left?
One.
One, yeah. the
Oh,
final.
okay. I liked last season. We took a little bit longer again just because all of us watch it.
I haven't tried it yet. I just
What are you
opened,
watching?
by the way, I
Or
opened
what are
up
you
the Asian Skittle gummies.
Ooh, I'm going to try one.
Yes.
I will say, the last 3 teams of last season, I really enjoyed. I liked all 3 of them. There was 2 brothers. There was the deaf dad and his son, and then there was the 2 veterans with the beards. And I liked all of them. And I enjoyed last season a lot. But I'm looking. We're going to get started on this one. My daughter really wants to watch all of them now. It was just me, my wife, me, and my oldest son. But my daughter has started liking them. Have you got one of these?
They're really muted.
Yeah, there's
These
no
Skittles?
there's no bold flavor at all.
But they smell bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes better than they smell.
They sure
Much better than they smell.
But
I don't know.
the flavors it is muted. It's kind of it's not sweet. It's
Which tends to be Asian flavors tend not to,
Is this iced tea or peach?
I can't tell. I don't read.
No, I know, but there's a cup on here.
It's peach tea.
It looks like it.
With
And,
lemon in it.
and grapes.
An apple. Is that an apple? I see.
Yeah, it's an apple. I mean, it's not bad. It's just
No.
plain, kind of.
Yeah, there's just not a lot there.
Anything else you want?
Well, I was going to say something about the last season's Amazing Race. Now I forgot what it was.
Oh.
You threw me off.
Sorry.
You were talking about it, and then you switched gears too
the
quick
Skittles.
for me.
Sorry,
on the
I didn't mean
Skittles.
to throw a wrench in your.
I was impressed this season that the one team had somebody that could navigate and read maps, so everybody just followed them.
Yeah. Well, then again,
That is a great skill to have, reading a map.
they were also the team that always wanted to team up with someone at every roadblock.
Ugh.
It's like, oh yeah, let's work together. Like,
Did you like that there was no non-elimination last year?
no,
And this year.
this year
really?
was the same thing, and I actually like the fact that you don't know. Mm-hmm. Will this be a non-elimination leg? I like that, to be honest.
I'm still saying my favorite twist would be of all time is if they all get there and then they just switch teams. They make people work with somebody else, and that's your team.
I think one year they
What would happen if
teamed
we
people up who didn't
Yes.
know each other.
Yes.
What would happen if when we go on, Jason, and they just give us other people?
Well, I feel sorry for them.
I know.
They're going to kill me in the first minute. You're used to me, Jim.
It'll take 4 minutes.
And there was, I think, the one year
we would actually do well because I don't think we would really fight over anything. It would be like, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that.
It's because we don't take everything too serious.
No.
Well, that's the thing is you would have fake arguments that they'd make it look real.
Yes.
Oh, like we argue on here all the time.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jim, I have to go to the bathroom. God dang it, you gotta go to the bathroom. Jim, I think we should go left. We should go right. What happens next? Then they do the commercial.
They went right. Oh, they got there.
What was the decision? Jim, I think we should go right. Oh, yeah. Sure, why not? I just want to be eliminated so you could spend 3 weeks in Fiji or wherever tropical resort they keep you at until the show's over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Except when you get eliminated in, say, North Korea, and then you have to wait in North Korea.
North Korea. I don't think they've gone there yet.
No, I was just trying to think of the worst country in the world to be stuck in. So
What was it, last season or 2 seasons ago? They were in South Korea, and they were trying to do like the, tension, and they're like, oh my God, are we heading towards North Korea? I was like, you're okay. You're fine.
that's what it was last season. Mm-hmm. That was the one where the like it was the Amazing Race and the Survivor people and the people who were on other shows before. And the one episode, Rupert from Survivor, like him and his wife got lost.
Yeah.
And they were way, way behind. And the one group, like the guy tried to go up that slide twice and then decided he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So they took their 4-hour delay. And then Rupert and his wife showed up, did it in 2 tries, and then left. And it's like they sat there for 2 hours before Rupert ever showed up. And then he showed up and passed them because they had to sit 4 hours because they weren't doing
Just keep trying.
Yeah, it's like, I can't do it. I'm like, dude.
I need you to walk to the end of
I was like, I don't think he realized there were like handholds he could hold while climbing up the slide.
This is so difficult. I always like counting how many times on an episode somebody goes, I'm just quitting. We're just going home. I'm just going home. No, you're not.
Well, that was Survivor this year. First episode, the first like little challenge you had to do. The one guy's like, we don't have time. We can't finish this. Let's quit. He picks up the hourglass and just chucks it and breaks it. And then they had to go on this another little trip where they had to pull stones. And you had the 2 people, each person got a different stone. One person had like the judge. One person had to convince them that they had this stone. The other person had to convince them they had it. And the one guy's like, I can't lie to you. I give up. He has it. I don't have it. And then in Tribal Council, he's like, yeah, I play this hard. I never give up. And person's like, except twice already.
Let's go to the film.
You literally gave up every challenge we've had so far.
Sir, I'm going to die. We've been here 3 hours, sir. We have no food.
And like he thought several is 7. And so now anytime they come up with, we have several people left. And like, challenge, and they still make fun of him this all the way through the season.
Like he heard the word 7 when they said several, or he thought the word several meant 7.
The word several means 7.
The only thing I watched this week that I can think of is Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. We rented that. Actually, we bought it because for $5 more you could buy it. I was like, why not? It's still cheaper than going to
Well, good. I'll borrow it from you then.
There you go. Did you see the last one?
No.
Okay. It was enjoyable. I liked it. It wasn't great. I would say like the last one.
What's your Amazon password and your?
I'm gonna write it down. Go fuck yourself. No, the
.com.
Yeah, the last one was.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't great.
It wasn't. I still enjoy it. It's like Ricky Stenicki. You enjoy it.
Put it on the poster.
Wasn't good. Wasn't great.
Maybe it'll make Jason ejaculate.
There you go.
I don't want to know the answer.
Well,
It wasn't as
it
good.
did have Paul
as,
Rudd, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the last one, the Afterlife. And here's my biggest issue. My oldest son and I watched it and we're like, biggest issue, it's Ghostbusters. They don't bust ghost. Like they just they show one in the very beginning and then they don't bust a ghost again until the very end. And I'm like, can we go out show some little scenes in that?
That's disappointing because busting is what makes them feel good.
Exactly.
Are they as good at busting ghosts as the Van Helsings are at killing vampires?
That's the first vampire that's been killed in 100 years.
From a family whose only job is to kill vampires? That's terrible.
You're not really good at this job, are you? Maybe you should get a new trade? Blacksmith?
Remember when that was going to be the newest IP coming out?
Yes, that is another one.
When they wrote that, did they think that was a big plot hole that we've made it out to be?
Maybe you should start small. Rodent infestation. Kill those first.
We kill a family. We only kill vampires.
Yeah.
Vampires have been killed around here in 300 years.
I mean, no offense.
What have you guys been doing?
You guys are breeding. They're breeding like rabbits. Could you do something about this? Well, yeah. The next one was supposed to have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was supposed to be one of the big ones.
Well, he was in it.
He was in,
In
but he was supposed to be the next
Ghostbusters?
one. Yes, in Ghostbusters. No,
In Van Helsing.
Oh,
We switched. Sorry.
sorry.
He was in the beginning of it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all Ghostbusters.
See, it was like the beginning of the Dark Universe.
Or the League
well-
of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Remember when it was supposed to be a TV show?
Yeah.
Van Helsing?
I remember when they talked about it being a TV show.
And then they decided to just destroy the sets like the old Batman
they were holding
series.
all the sets until they made the show and then realized they were never making the show.
We made a film. It wasn't good. Oh, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You know, that could have been good until they gave Sean Connery the editing button. That was not good.
Yeah, he had right to Final Cut or
Yeah,
something.
he could edit, and he was in the editing room a lot. And
he had no idea about superhero movies or anything.
No.
Well, he said the only reason he did it was because he turned down Lord of the Rings because he didn't understand it.
That's it.
So that wasn't going to be a reason to turn anything down anymore. So he didn't understand League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but he had final edit.
What could go wrong?
Well,
we saw
watch the movie.
Yeah,
you can see what goes wrong.
The best is that he was in every scene except 2. And it's like, he doesn't even need to be in the scene. What is he doing? Why are you with the villains?
And his was the most uninteresting character of the whole bunch.
He's like Daniel Tosh. He just walks by.
Just even the background.
Sir, we're in the villain's lair. You're not supposed to be here. Get a sandwich. It's fine.
Or like the aliens from what, Scary Movie 4, was it?
They're rebooting that. Another Scary Movie's coming out.
Is it going to have Anna Faris?
I don't think so.
And they're around us. We can't find them. The guy's just walking by.
They're powerless without their heads.
Well, the guy's standing there at the keg drinking a beer at the party.
That series did have funny parts in it.
Except 2.
Oh, 2 was bad. 2 was really bad.
The odd numbered ones were good.
Was
1
Chris-
and 3 were
Chris
good.
Elliott with the creepy hand, was that the first one?
That was
the
2.
second
That
one.
was 2? Okay.
Grab onto my strong hand.
That's a good impression.
They're powerless without their heads was from 3.
That's with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Simon Rex.
Sexy.
If he was, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was
Was he the star?
the one who said their powers without their head.
I thought it was Anthony Anderson that said it.
Or he was...
Oh, God. Anthony Anderson wasn't. It wasn't.
Simon Rex played was it Joaquin Phoenix character from...
yeah.
Science? Yeah.
So, away, Merrill. We have a quick breath of silence here for Roger Corman. Filmmaker. Made the best Fantastic Four out there so far.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, we got
Yep.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do?
Yeah, we have it.
Jason got a copy one year at some comic expo somewhere.
Yep. Really bad. It's really bad. But still better than...
The special effects, though, were primo good.
They were primo good. Especially when they crash landed the spaceship and then they just showed like somebody with a piece of metal on them. That was it.
Like, anytime Mr. Fantastic had to stretch.
Was it as good as the Fantastic Four in Arrested Development?
It was about the same.
I think they used that as kind of a motivation.
And then also Cincinnati Comic Expo, October 18th through the 20th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. It's in Sharonville. Ming Now Win is going to be there.
Katie Sackhoff.
Yep. Katie Sackhoff. Chuck Norris.
Alan Davis.
Yes.
Kevin Eastman.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like
That is
that
a good one. I'm very excited about that.
Mira Sorvino.
my Aphrodite.
Yes. Mimic. So get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. We had a poll of the week this week. It was a quick one, so I apologize. I did not get this one up on time. We had, what is your favorite movie of the... what is your favorite of the new Planet of the Apes films? What is the best film of the new Planet of the Apes series? We had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and then the new one, Kingdom for the Planet of the Apes.
Is it even out yet?
Yeah, it came out this week.
Oh. Did I read that last week?
That was coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Dawn and Kingdom both got 10%, and Rise and War got 40%. So there you go. Very easy.
10 votes?
Yep. 10 votes. I apologize. It was a very short. I was like, son of a bitch. I saw the first two, Rise and Dawn, and I really enjoyed them. I'm going to go back and watch them with my oldest son so we can go watch Kingdom.
I thought they looked okay, but I just never got into the series.
Rise was has the least amount of action, but it's a really good story. Like, it's just, it does a good job of laying the groundwork.
I don't know, was James Franco in any of these?
Yeah. He was in the first one. That's it.
Okay.
I saw, who was it? Kevin. He's in the most recent one.
Kevin.
The guy from
Kevin James?
from Mystery Alaska.
Yes. So he was on a talk show, and him and one of the other guys who were in it just went into full ape mode.
Like they legit like studied like all of their movements and how they communicate for an extended period of time and basically turned into them for this film. That was very impressive, actually.
Duran?
Durand, yeah, it's Kevin
Yeah.
Durand.
Walking Tall.
Yeah.
That's where I remember him from.
Mystery Alaska's on like Kevin. Tree!
Oh, he plays Proximus Caesar.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
He was also in a season of Lost, too.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was okay, but it was. I heard everything good was the last one before Kingdom, War for the Planet of the Apes. I heard that was really good.
If you're excited about any of those four, you should wait until the next one comes out.
What's that one?
The Rise of the War for the Planet and Kingdom of Dunkaroo Doug.
Oh, that looks good.
I don't know anything about it, and it sounds amazing.
It sounds like possibly the best movie ever made.
Or no.
Who's starring in that?
It's Dunkaroo Doug. He stars as 8-Bit.
The issue is you
The
can't.
Jewel of the Licking.
The issue is his hands are so big, it covers up half the camera, so you only see like half the action.
Oh, I hope to God he's not like the
They
cameraman because where his thumb keeps getting in the way.
They actually have to shrink his hands for the film. They have to CGI hands.
That doesn't look believable, Doug. We gotta shrink
Yeah.
your hands. But they're ape hands. A little too big for that. They look more like beaver hands.
Looks like a beaver tail.
Brian, you got listener feedback going on over there?
I do have some regular non-bomb listener feedback this week.
That's okay. I'll take that.
But what's in the Hello Jeff box? We're sponsored by Hello Jeff.
This box is not for Brian.
Okay, good.
It's a marshmallow themed box this week.
Okay.
We've got marshmallows
I like those.
and we've got the ingredients for s'mores. So you got the graham crackers and the
beautiful.
chocolate. So
Beautiful.
So that's good. And if you're every 100 box that goes out, instead of like Hershey bars for the chocolate, you get a Reese cup.
Whoa.
So you can make Reese cup s'mores.
That's interesting.
Wow.
Since we're bringing up marshmallows real quick, the Dit Man shared a little video. It's a guy going, "This is how I like to fuck with golfers," and he's driving down the fairway with a bag of big marshmallows, and he just tosses one in the rough here and like one in the fairway there.
That's awful,
It'd be infuriating.
but funny.
And so then we've got golf ball shaped marshmallows. I mean, of course, we're going to have Peeps in the box.
Yeah, I mean, I can give those to Dr. Dana.
Lucky Charms.
Are you going to have?
Oops, all marshmallows.
Are you going to have natural marshmallow to make your own?
Oh yes, we are actually putting a stick or a twig, whatever you call it, whatever it is. I forgot of an actual marshmallow plant.
Okay.
I think like you should be able to plant it and grow your own. Like you can get, it's a clipping. That's the word.
You're giving back to the earth. I like that.
Now, granted, you got to make marshy conditions to grow it.
Hello Jeff is all about sustainability.
Yes. For every box of Hello Jeff sold, he will give a twig of marshmallow to a homeless person. So,
I mean, you'll throw it at him from his car.
Probably the closest to the marshy condition.
Just put these in your shoes.
Just plant these next to your box.
we're going to hell.
Yeah, we're definitely not good people.
I just got suspended.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that.
We're not editing. Sean Connery's not here. He's not editing.
Well, in his credit, he is extraordinary.
And dead.
He's
To be fair,
extraordinarily dead.
I mean, he's not going to be editing anything anytime soon then.
he'll be dead-editing it.
Oh, boo.
I'm proud of that one.
I'm not. That's why I hit that.
You actually hit the right button, too. Nice work.
Thank you.
All right, so
Let's start feedback.
yeah, so that's who sponsors listener feedback. We always start off with that one guy,
A-Pants.
Kurt Rambo, expert.
Beaver Hand.
the jewel of the licking,
The delivery man.
7.
Dunkaroo Doug.
8-bit,
The postman.
Sunny D.
Beaver tail.
Chili Billy,
Oh.
Dad.
Doug,
Yeah.
SWAT Master D.
Squat Master D,
Squat Master.
or SWAT.
I said SWAT, but squat sounds better.
Yeah, okay.
I'm glad he can't give himself a nickname.
But we can give him 500.
I forgot about that.
We need a shirt for the expo of just his
Just his
nicknames.
nicknames.
So I asked about Sports Night.
Yes.
Could not find it anywhere. Mm-hmm. Of all places, a very lovely person decided to upload every episode onto Daily Motion,
Oh.
and they're like the actual, like, it's not like a shitty like
Feed to
video.
it.
Yeah, it's the legit.
Did they do it just because of our show?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Yes, they did. They did.
The Hobie bump.
The Hobie Bump.
So I have been watching it, and I'm like almost to the first season finally.
Yeah,
Again,
cool.
Again,
You have my shirt on.
It's like I think I've got the DVDs somewhere.
I
do.
actually watched that episode last
Did
night.
you?
Yep.
And you didn't offer to share those with Brian?
I don't know where it's at. That's a good question. Do you have a Blu-ray player?
I mean, you can probably go through.
You got it on Blu-ray?
Oh, no, it's a DVD. It's
You
on
can
DVD.
probably go through one of the boxes for giveaways for stuff at the expo. It's
I
probably
didn't
thrown
give it-
in there.
I'm not giving that away.
I'm just gonna go find it and take it.
It's fine.
So Doug says, does supplying Hobie with Sour Patch Oreos make up for getting you ranch ice cream?
Nope.
He didn't supply me with shit.
Now,
You
I
got
bought-
your Rice Krispie treats.
I bought my own.
You got your Rice
those
Krispie.
Oreos were incredibly delightful,
They were very tasteful Oreos.
but I don't think anything can make up for that ranch ice cream.
We've already had the sour strawberry.
I like this. Brian doesn't have to try these, but I like these. Sour strawberry peeps. Love them.
Oh, I figured you guys would bust into that squid.
Oh, we will hit the squid. We're eating the squid this week. That's the mandatory.
Fuck.
Except for Brian, because he's got a doctor's note.
Bullshit.
I do not believe, as good as those Oreos were, that it does not cancel out the ranch ice cream.
No.
It does not.
You're still making that up for that, Doug. Like, you need to get us a lot more good food. A lot more.
Yeah.
That ranch ice cream. Ugh.
Nope.
He was saying that we were exaggerating on the podcast. We were not exaggerating on the podcast for that ranch ice cream.
Not at all.
That thing was the most awful thing I've ever had.
I normally take 2 bites of everything we have just to say No, the little bit I had was just so disgusting. I wasn't going back for any more.
I did. I went back for a second thinking it can't be as bad as I thought it was, even though I almost vomited.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I'm thinking it was the smell. The smell is what got to me. I'll do it without taking that big whiff before I eat. And the second one was just as nasty as the first.
God. Still, I think like on my taste buds, it's like a muscle memory. Ugh.
Assaulted my taste buds.
It did.
That's assault, brother.
What else you got?
Next up from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He is not evil.
He is just my brother.
Handled that way. Randall wants to know, what is more terrifying, tornadoes or Jason singing? Well, I experienced both of those last week, and then the tornado was far less terrifying.
I'll let you know, when I was listening this past week, I wanted to punch things. When Jason started going, gold dust. I'm like, why? There's no point in that. No one likes it. No one listening likes it. No people here hate it even more than that. Ready, it's marching. And that's
a song.
What the fuck is that?
It's not a song.
It is now.
Change not approved.
No, not approved.
2 versus 2. We gotta wait for Blake to come back.
Oh, Blake ain't going to approve that.
Well, we're in a probation period then, so it's allowed until Blake comes back.
Nope. I think it's just the opposite. It's not allowed until approved.
Damn it.
No. I mean, and Jason even threw Jeff and I out into the tornado.
I did not throw you out.
And I was still less terrified of that than I was of his singing.
So when you guys were driving home last week, how many cows passed you through the air?
Same cow.
I didn't see any cows, but I did see a couple of sharks.
Did you see Tara Reid?
No. But I
Tara Reid's head?
I saw a leg coming out of the mouth of a shark that could have been Tara Reid's leg.
Did you see 2 weird boobs coming at your windshield?
No.
Oh, okay, that would have been Tara.
Now she's not going to come on the show.
Oh,
I mean, she's good friends with Scab Jeff.
she is. And every time we apologize, she did learn big words like Newfoundland. So, good job.
I'm from Newfoundland.
Nope, that's not how it is.
Yeah, I did not see any of those animals, just a giant anaconda.
Just a giant anaconda.
You didn't want none of that.
Were you looking down?
I was. I called iced tea. Ice cube.
Cube. Yeah, cube.
By looking down, I mean, it was on the ground. It wasn't in the air. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, it was in the lane next to me. So we were sharing the roadways.
Was Jennifer Lopez on it?
Jennifer Lopez!
No.
Taco flavored kisses! Come on, Ben Affleck! They're so good!
That might be your best impersonation.
Thank you. Hey, like
Jennifer Lopez is his best impersonation.
Hey, Jim, like George Costanza. I'm out. Yeah.
Ben Affleck spooch.
Taco flavored kisses! What else we got?
So there you go, Randall.
That answered your question.
From Steve at EILFM.
Everything I learned from movies.
No.
What? What happened?
Steve asks, what will the world be like 1 year from today?
We are going to have a really old president.
A very functional government.
Yes.
Gas will probably be cheap, like four and a half a gallon.
No, yeah, but there will be a news article or a news program about it at 4th of July about how the prices went up again in gas. Because why? They do it every fucking holiday.
But yep.
Gas will go down in end of July.
I'll probably have to give up avocado toast by then.
Ooh.
I've already given it up.
Feel like
do a lot of pulling myself up by my bootstraps.
Feel like Wibbly Wobbly will be in its 3rd season by then, going into the 3rd season.
Production for the 3rd season.
Yeah. Because it just got renewed for season 2, Wibbly Wobbly. Go to trade school!
He might need to take a break.
Can't take break. Got to do
He's
it.
going back to the opera.
Oh, is he?
He's the Phantom?
I don't know.
He's actually stage crew. He's making sure the curtains are okay.
Yeah, there's not enough tradespeople to run the lighting at the opera house.
You know why we don't have enough opera out there? Because we don't have enough trade people.
We don't have enough gaffers.
Where's the best boy at?
I don't think that we're going to be in any better of a place to this time next year.
I don't think so either.
Nothing has given me hope.
Either way.
To say that this time next year, the world will be better.
I feel like we'll be 1 week away. 1 week after Ross McQuan came on our show. I feel like that would be a positive.
The good news is Vladimir Putin just got
Assassinated?
No, he just
reelected.
He reinstituted or whatever you call it. You know,
They don't have elections.
no, they have elections.
Yeah, they
Is
do.
that what it is?
Yeah.
But they did the like whatever their version of inaugurating.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Was Vanilla
was
Ice there?
Sworn in for his new term or whatever.
Did he give Robert Kraft his Super Bowl ring back?
No, I think he's wearing it around his neck.
He gave it to Dennis Rodman.
Oh, nice.
You want those, Robert? You come to me.
That's not
You
Russian.
come to me.
No.
I will crush you.
Stop it.
I will crush you.
Sorry, Steve. We were answering your question seriously until then.
Not a lot's going to be different. We're all still going to be in the same shit that we are in now. But we can still listen to Hobie or everything I learned from movies and enjoy life for at least 90 minutes.
We'll be 52 more episodes along.
We'll be preparing for the 2025 Comic Expo at this point.
Yes.
That will be something
Still
different.
at the Sharonville Convention
It
Center.
will be. Yes.
What else we got?
I think I'll have more gray hair by then.
You think?
Is it possible?
I think it's possible.
I'll have less.
Hair or never mind. Or gray hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Next up, we have from Meeples and Wine at Meeples and Wine.
Oh.
They say Taki versus Doritos. Who has the better flavors?
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna go Doritos.
I don't like Doritos, so I can't pick Doritos. I think I've only had Taki once as we tasted it here, and I don't remember if I liked it.
Do we
or
have
not.
Takis here?
I thought Blake brought Takis in once.
But they were also given away at the Comic Expo 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, those were not good.
Yeah.
So some of the flavors for Takis: Blue Heat rolls,
Maybe I was thinking of something else Blake brought in.
Crunchy Fajita
Pockies.
rolls.
He brought in Pockies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've only tried those Takis.
Samsonite, I was way off. Nitro rolls, guacamole rolls,
guacamole.
dragon sweet
Molly.
chili rolls, and intense nacho rolls is what they have.
Don't they also have the super hot one?
They got a lot of roll. Oh, is that the one someone died from eating?
I think so, actually, yes.
They have Takis Explosion, Angry Burger, Zombie Nitro. I think that's the one.
Okay, I'm going to pick Doritos after listening to this.
Bucking Ranch.
No.
I'll buck your ranch.
Not sure what that means.
I'll Buck Your Ranch is a title for the show.
No, it isn't.
I will go with Doritos.
Yeah.
I had the late night cheeseburger slider ones.
I'm waiting for that bag of Doritos right there to get open. Now
want me
we're
to open
talking
it
about
tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And
Do you want to
They
do
were
that
okay.
before or after we try the squid? Because the squid is coming. Sorry, Brian, you'll have to wait until we eat squid before Jason needs a palate cleanser.
Keep going, Brian. What else we got? So we're going Doritos, right?
I
Yeah,
think
I
we're going
think
Doritos.
a collective group effort
Okay.
nominating Doritos in that question.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're going to wrap this up. Professor number one at Dr. number one, Sonny Hostin of The View.
Jeff's dying over here. You all
Oh,
right?
man.
I sniffed the squid.
Don't do that.
It's hot.
Never.
Oh, it's not the hot. It is
The
very
squid?
fishy.
Was it supposed to be in?
It's squid, so.
Was it supposed to be refrigerated?
No.
No.
Sorry. Professor number one says Sonny Hostin of The View thinks the eclipse and cicadas were because of climate change. How common will those things be in the future?
I think it'll happen every other week.
Every other year?
A little bit more common than that.
I'm thinking that Professor Number One sent this to the wrong podcast. It should have been sent to Down the Hall.
Yes.
Stumpy.
I don't know. I mean, I think we'll get more and more eclipses as it goes along. More and more cicadas will come out. I mean, it's not like they come around every 17 years or something like that.
Depending on the brood.
Yeah,
More cheerleaders will get superheroes, be superpowers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, every time eclipse.
Some guys will get time control powers. That would be interesting.
Yeah. You would think it would be interesting, but by the second year of it happening, it's going to suck. So, third year really is bad.
All right, I got a piece of squid here.
It looks like paper.
Doesn't smell like paper.
Do not take a big whiff out of the bag. I recommend.
It's a string. It looks like mozzarella cheese,
It does look like mozzarella cheese.
but it feels like paper. And here we go.
That texture is terrible.
It's hot.
It's like chewing on bark.
I can't chew it, and it's too hot to be sitting in my
There's
mouth
the shrimp
that long.
smell, or the shrimp taste.
That's squid.
Squid, whatever.
It's squid.
That sucks.
I ate it. Not good.
Oh, well, you get a prize, Jason, because you get to keep the rest of the squid.
Well, Jim's leaving the studio.
Hey, Brian, not good. Not great.
Please don't make it.
It
Make
won't.
me ejaculate.
Oh,
It is.
oh, that's going to stick with me. Oh,
That should get thrown in the garbage.
Or the toilet.
Yeah.
don't throw that in the toy.
See if Jason's son wants to
Yeah.
try some.
Tell him it's mozzarella cheese.
Do you want some hot cheese, kid?
It's cheese. He keeps out my son's cheese. If you want Doritos, you got to eat the cheese. Oh, it wasn't good.
I can smell it, and that's
Jim,
awful.
throw that upstairs, will you? Throw it in the trash can upstairs. Ugh.
I blame my sister on this one. I apologize to everyone
was
else
not
in
good.
this room that I actually thought it was going to be better than it turned out to be.
I mean, it's not. It just was like you're chewing paper.
Yeah, and I couldn't chew it. Like, I'm trying to chew it so I could swallow it, and I couldn't even.
I cut it in half. I took one bite, and then I did the second one. I think that helped. But
I guess if I cut
You
it
had to
into-
get through the squid tendons.
yeah,
It wasn't so much the squid flavor. It was just that texture.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah.
like chewing on like pulp or bark.
Yeah.
and you couldn't break it down. You're chewing and chewing and chewing,
that wasn't good.
and it's spicy. They added spices to it, so it's like, okay, I'm trying to swallow it, but I can't, and all I'm doing is churning over this spice in my mouth.
I still have the smell of squid in my nose and my oh, it's not good.
It's in your sinuses
Yeah.
forever.
It's not good.
I mean, the flavor was and the spice actually made it better. The heat.
Oh, yeah, the spice, for spice, it wasn't bad, but it was like when I was ready for it to be out of my mouth, I
was ready for that, so I took it out of my mouth and
Yes.
threw it in the toilet.
Are we talking about? It was not good.
When we were out at the store, she grabbed it and said, "You should get this for the podcast." And I said, "No." She goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I don't want it."
I think you know what? For my kids, I'm just going to make spaghetti tomorrow and then just put it on there like shredded cheese and just see what they say. Let's do that.
My cheese.
I
Didn't
wonder if it's a
melt.
good topping.
Yeah,
For
make
what?
a pizza.
Oh
I don't think it's a good anything.
no, it's pretty bad.
Well,
Not as bad as ranch ice cream.
We'll give it to Beaver Hands. Let him eat and see if he can.
Yeah. Oh, it could be good.
So
could
you mean
be
we
good.
have to save some of it?
No, we're not.
I mean,
You could put it outside and it probably wouldn't matter.
Put it in a Ziploc and then bring it to family meals, Jason.
yeah.
Just shred it. Like we have family meals.
Well, next time you're going to be somewhere that has a dinner that you and Doug are
Christmas.
going to be at the same. So Christmas, save it till Christmas.
I mean, give it to him at the Comic Expo.
That's true. That is true.
Maybe that'll be the next
Give
time
it to him
you
next
guys
time
are
he
together.
decides to drop off some of his ice cream
That he found in the woods.
Next to the tree app.
while he was dumping his mailbag.
Jeff, can you give me some news of the geek music here,
I don't know.
please? I see it. I see it.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Per the independent.co.uk, they had an article about several actors that turned their nose up at iconic movies only to feel silly about it later. Talking about, Sean Connery turning down Lord of the Rings earlier.
Has the silliness been confirmed? How
Yes.
they felt?
Because they actually talk about it.
Okay.
Denzel!
Did they actually quote the people?
Denzel Washington said,
Washington.
Denzel who?
Washington. Asked in 2012 if there were any
There's
roles.
a G in that word,
Yeah. If he turned down any roles.
Washington.
Washington?
There's no R in it. I'll tell
Washington
you that much.
answered his two movies that he turned down that he shouldn't have was Seven and Michael Clayton. Let's see here. He said the Michael Clayton script was the best material I had read in a long time. I was nervous about first-time director, and I was wrong.
See, I have a problem with that.
So,
Like, he thought the script was that good,
And he turned it down.
and he turned it down because give the director a chance.
yeah.
And I mean,
He admitted he made a mistake. He won't do that again.
well, I know, but I mean,
Leonardo
that
DiCaprio.
thought process just, if you like the material that much.
Leonardo DiCaprio turned down Boogie Nights, Dirk Diggler role, in order to do Titanic.
I think that worked out okay for him.
Yeah. He said, quote, Boogie Nights is a movie I loved. I wish I would have done, he told GQ. He said, asked whether he would reject Titanic instead if he could go back in time. I'm not saying I would have, but it would have been a different direction career-wise. I think they're both great, and wish I could have done them both. The truth is, if I had not done Titanic, I wouldn't be able to do the types of movies or have the career I have for now, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Very
true.
Yes.
But Mark Wahlberg's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Madonna did fess up Madonna did fess up to one movie role she shouldn't have been so quick to dismiss. Quote, I turned down the role in The Matrix.
Thank God.
She told Jimmy Fallon during a TV appearance in 2021, can you believe that? I want to kill myself. That's like one of the best movies ever made. Whoa!
Well, it's not.
I'm assuming the Trinity role would be
Yeah.
what she was offered.
Yes. A teeny tiny part of me regrets just that one moment in my life. She also confirmed in the same interview that she turned down the role of Catwoman in Batman Returns. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
And Nomi Malone in the notorious Showgirls. She goes, quote, I saw them both, and I regret that I turned down Catwoman. That was pretty fierce. Showgirls? No. So,
No.
Brad Pitt, he's expressed regret about turning down the role of Neo in The Matrix. Come from a place, it's my upbringing, where if I didn't get it, then it wasn't mine. I really believe the role was never mine. It was someone else's.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like he
He doesn't
regret, though.
really feel silly about it.
No.
No,
Will
I-
Smith also said no to the role of Neo.
Brad Pitt has expressed regret. If I didn't get it, then it's never mine. I really believe the role was never mine. So it's some.
That doesn't sound like
That doesn't
regret.
sound like regret. That's poor writing for whoever wrote this.
It comes from, it was his quote.
Oh no, he never said regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
that's true.
said he
The
I
writer,
gotcha.
the
I
writer
gotcha.
said regret.
I
Brad
gotcha.
Pitt didn't. Brad Pitt chose not to do it, and because he wasn't his, again, Keanu made it his part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the movie would have been as iconic as it was if Brad Pitt was there instead of Keanu.
I agree.
Yeah, and since we're talking about bad writing or something, I want to ask Brian, where the hell were you on this Jimmy Johnson article?
The article that came out that said Jimmy Johnson had passed away, and it was a picture of the Cowboys, former Cowboys coach, not the 49ers DB who did pass away.
Oh.
So then
I
the
expected Brian to be there to catch these mistakes
then
before they go public.
So then the coach had to field questions about him being dead.
Is it true that you're dead, sir?
He's like, no, it wasn't me. It was the other Jimmy
Are
Johnson.
you sure you're not dead?
Can you confirm or deny rumors about your death? Not true. Next.
Do you have any backing for that?
But this is the problem I have with so-called news and media. It's that
Publications. They're not.
nobody gives a fuck enough to even proofread the tiniest bit.
No. There's news articles from news organizations that always say, if you see an error, please let us know.
And I try, guys.
I know you do, Brian. You do a great job at it.
I am only one person fighting a very
8,212 news publications.
every minute.
Yes.
I got into it with people online a few years ago. On the video, there was a video of a guy getting a foul ball, and like it bounced up, and he got it, and a kid was there, and they showed him or they tossed it to him, and he got it into the kid, and he got destroyed for stealing it from a kid. But what they don't tell you is that was actually the fourth ball the guy got that day. He had already given one to that kid, one to some. He gave them all away. But the one video showed him intercepting it from that kid and he gave it to another girl sitting behind him. And he got blasted and ran through the ringer on social media and everywhere because they didn't bother to look up the story a little bit more.
That would be crazy talk.
And so I called so there was no such thing as journalism. People got on me about, the guy's an asshole still. I'm like, what are you talking? I'm coming about journalism and how it sucks. And it's their job to put it out. It is. It's their job to put it out, but also their job to do research.
Well, it's got to be correct. That's the issue.
But that's the problem is that it doesn't.
Now it only has to be first.
Correct.
And what really sucks is that there are those ball hawks that legit will steal those will knock down women and children to get those baseballs.
Oh yeah, Caleb 513 in Cincinnati.
Yes.
That kid's a little asshole.
Let's see here. Christina Applegate turned down the role of Elle in Legally Blonde. She said that she didn't want to get typecast since she was just getting off of Married with Children.
I don't blame her at all for that.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
I mean, she would have been typecast.
They're making a prequel series on this now
She'd be Anna Faris.
on Amazon Prime.
I think even worse. She needed to find roles that put her in a different way. I think she was right in not doing that.
Michael Keaton turned down the role of the Weatherman in Groundhog Day. He admitted that he read the script in the early 90s, but just didn't get it.
So
He didn't get the role, or he didn't understand.
He didn't understand
the movie.
it. He didn't understand it. Go ahead, sorry.
So I think they should put out a trailer for Groundhog Day. Brand new, different actors.
Groundhog Day 2.
Groundhog Day 2.
The sequel.
The sequel. Just a trailer of new actors, new story, everything. And then people go to the theater.
it's the original.
It's the original movie.
I like it.
And like you said, you have to have Ana de Armas in the trailer.
Yes.
No, I'm suing. She's not even in the film. She wasn't even born. Josh Hartnett in Batman Begins. I like this one. 2015, he admitted that Christopher Nolan had sought him out to play Batman, but the fear got the better of him. Quote, I was so focused on not being pigeonholed and so scared of being considered only one thing as an actor. He told Playboy magazine. He realized he had made a mistake when Nolan cast his eventual Batman, Christian Bale, in Batman, and also in his Batman Begins follow-up, The Prestige. I decided Batman wasn't for me. Then he didn't want to put me in The Prestige. That's when I realized relationships were formed in the fire of the first Batman film. I should have been a part of that relationship with this guy Nolan, who I felt was incredibly cool and very talented.
The thing I have with this is he doesn't regret that he wasn't Batman.
No.
He regrets that he didn't get on the good side of
Christopher
Nolan.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Josh Hartnett was not Batman.
His career regrets turning that down. But I will say he was fantastic in Oppenheimer.
He was in Oppenheimer?
Yeah, he was really good in Oppenheimer.
So he got in with Christopher Nolan eventually.
Eventually.
Michelle Pfeiffer in the 1990s turned down a long list of massive roles, from Thelma and Louise to Pretty Woman to Basic Instinct and Sleepless in Seattle.
Man.
While she said in 2017 that she had turned down Thelma and Louise due to a scheduling conflict, she admitted to regretting turning down The Silence of the Lambs, as it meant she didn't get to collaborate with the late filmmaker Jonathan Demme more than once.
But Michelle Pfeiffer did take Catwoman
From Madonna.
Thank
God. Halle Berry in Speed, while she was promoting John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, Halle Berry admitted that she could have starred in Speed. I was offered Speed before Sandra Bullock, she told Entertainment Tonight. I stupidly said no. But in my defense, when I read the script, the bus didn't leave the parking lot.
I can't blame her for that.
That was the original script, that it did not leave the parking lot.
I think she made the right choice.
You think? She was offered the role of Speed 2, and she's like, this shit? I'm not starring in that. Get that Jason Patrick guy.
Oh, she was offered the Jason Patrick role? Because Sandra Bullock was doing the Sandra Bullock role.
Smart move by Keanu, turning that one down. Per New York Post, where Blake gets all of his news from. A Florida strip club employee was arrested for allegedly smacking a drunk customer with a stack of cash after he refused to tip the dancers. It even says it in the music. The DJ even tells you to. Victoria Jones, 28, was charged with misdemeanor battery after she picked up a small stack of money and threw it at the customer at the Body Talk Topless Club in Port St. Lucie. Lucy. According to court documents obtained by the Smoking Gun. God, the Smoking Gun's still around. The arrest affidavit did not say if Jones was a stripper or had another job at the club. She was the bouncer. However,
I think she was the bartender.
However, she was described as wearing all black and was found in the office, the document states. Accuser John McLevy, 24, told police that the dancers, quote, were upset that he had not provided them any tips. But he said he didn't see any signs stating it was mandatory to tip. The employees were upset that
it shouldn't be mandatory.
It's a tip, so it's not mandatory. But if you're going to sit in the front row and leer and act like a jackass, then expect to get slapped in the face, I think.
Oh, was he in the front row on the?
I'm assuming he was close up front.
The employees were upset that he had not thrown money at them, which was common practice at the establishment, the affidavit stated. He told the officers that the customer was drunk and being rude, and had been following employees from table to table, verbally insulting them.
Oh, that's worse then, yeah.
Jones said that they were messaging around as she picked up a small stack of money and threw it at him, telling officers, this is a place where money is thrown everywhere.
Not wrong.
However, surveillance footage showed the employee threw the cash and then immediately followed up by slapping his face, then leaning toward him and saying, as if she was spitting. The affidavit said Jones was released from jail after posting $500 bond, all in singles, and reportedly set to be arraigned next week.
Arraigned. Not arranged.
I like arranged.
I don't blame the girls at the club one bit.
No.
And that guy's actually lucky that one of the bouncers didn't literally beat the shit out of him.
Didn't pick him up and throw him out.
Yeah.
Because if he's following girls around table
And
to
harassing
table,
people?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No. Nope.
So there you go.
the customer's always right. The customer's always an asshole. I like how people forgot the second half of that original quote. The customer's always right in terms of taste.
I'm going to say something here. I just got this. We just got this on the History of Bad Ideas podcast page. One of our listeners, Nick Mayer, he said, "Hey guys, I chimed in for last week's top 5, but I forgot to give you some background. I'm from Chicago and work in the automotive industry. I've been listening to you all since the pandemic started.
Thanks, Nick.
I was looking for a way to help pass the time at work. I'm so sorry. And your title caught my attention. I started from the beginning. Yes, even episode 1.
Whoa.
And you guys have been nothing short of amazing and entertaining. I've enjoyed the running jokes, obscure facts, and overall fun. I believe if my friends ever got into podcasts, it would be exactly like this. Start one up there, Nick.
Yeah. Do it.
Let's see here.
Do it.
Your previous top 5s have led to many movie suggestions. Nice. Try catching up for your 500th episode, but just missed the mark. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Good job, then. Especially when our shows are like 6 hours long sometimes.
Yeah. Hopefully, Nick's friend group doesn't have someone with a brain impediment.
He said when you guys were more into the comic books, I guess it is true. I guess he goes through the times.
Yeah.
How we've changed. I came across a great trivia question.
929.
That's not the question.
What happens at 9:29?
What common actor is in Veronica Mars, Justified, and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Veronica Mars. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
See, I didn't see that. So
Yeah, those two I've watched, but I haven't watched Justified. Is Harry Hamlin in any of those?
no.
Was he in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
He was in Veronica Mars.
Oh.
That's why.
Margot Martindale?
That could very well be the answer. Was she in Veronica Mars?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not placing her.
I just know she's been in a
lot.
lot of things.
No, that's a very good guess.
And I don't remember her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Patton Oswalt?
Ooh. That could very well be.
Was he in Justified?
Yes.
He was the security
He was
guard.
the constable.
Yeah.
Constable Bob.
Uh-huh.
Well, he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm trying to remember
Let's see.
from
here.
Veronica Mars at all.
I'm
5
not-
seconds.
I'm looking it up.
9,
Well, I'm looking up some of the people
7,
that we mentioned.
6, 5, 3. God, this squid was awful. 2, 1.
I don't think it was Margot Martindale because when did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. come out?
Ooh.
2010?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably about then.
Let's see.
2009.
Well, the first Iron Man came out, 2008?
Yeah. So probably 2012, 13.
Yes.
It was a little bit later.
Probably about the time we started our podcast.
Yeah.
Cameron Fry.
Well, the answer is... Brian, do you have an answer?
Oh, well, no. I just saw it was not Margot Martindale.
Nice job. Patton Oswalt.
Nice work.
Very nice job.
Constable Bob.
Constable Bob.
That was such a good role for him.
He was the Koenig brothers in...
Veronica Mars.
No, the other one.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, one died, but then there was another one, and then another one, so I think he was like all clones or something.
Patton Oswalt was in Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom, too.
Ooh. Did he get frozen?
No.
Oh.
Jeff, can you give me some plot lines music? We're going to do something different this
Wasn't he
week.
in King of Queens, too?
Yeah, he
He
was.
was. That was the best one ever.
He was one of the friends that made it from all the way through.
Yeah.
From the friend group. They never did say whatever happened to Richie.
They realized he didn't bring anything good to the show, so...
Yeah. But like he didn't like move or he didn't like die in 9/11 or
Oh, that would have been a great episode.
he was a firefighter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like there was like that was awful. I feel so bad about myself right now for this. Actually, for most of this episode.
So homeless guy was okay, but the firefighter wasn't.
Hey, at least he had marshmallows, or he will. They will. Oh no!
Stop it! Stop it!
That's not what I meant. Oh my!
Stop it!
No, that's not what I. Oh my God!
Brian, you're supposed to be the moral compass of the show. You know that, right?
I know.
When we get offline, you're supposed to bring us back.
It's been a long.
It's not
day.
me.
No, it's not you.
No, you keep getting suspended.
Brian is brought on as the moral compass.
Hey, I can't always point us in the right direction, guys.
You obviously did not tonight.
That's not what. That's not.
He sat on a magnet and his compass is all off today.
Yeah, it's because I'm sitting in this rickety metal chair over here.
Oh, maybe if you bought one.
Pay me so I can buy one.
I can't, just take Blake's.
No,
That's worse.
That's worse.
That is. This is all, Blake has this chair that's like
literally,
elevated.
that's capital punishment sitting in
It is. It's like a hard plastic back. I don't get it.
But it's wood.
Yeah.
No.
And he loves it, and I don't get it.
Well, yeah, because I don't.
Well, I guess maybe it's a Navy thing.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably
more
like-
comforable than what he was used to in the Navy.
Or
Yeah,
maybe he brought
Jeff,
that from
Jim,
the
and I
Navy.
all have like these nice office chairs, cushy.
No, but Blake's got chairs like these are the chairs he has at his home for his guests
Yeah.
to sit in.
Oh, I don't know. I've never been invited over.
Me neither.
He does.
I believe you. I'm just saying.
He's never invited us.
No.
Yeah, he has.
I don't remember that. Plot lines. Let's go.
Yeah, plot line.
I know he invited you over to
I
play
don't remember
Dungeons
that.
and Dragons.
I don't remember that.
Wow, it's time to grab your balls of fury. It's Plotlines with Jeff and Jason.
And Jim and Brian.
Hey, we made it. Yes.
What is plot lines, Jeff?
Plotlines is when someone gives us the title of a movie and preferably the year, and we try to guess what the movie would be about.
Okay.
And potentially who may star in it.
Okay. This week is from Per the Pop Culture Cafe. Hey, Canadians.
Yay.
Dark Star from 1974.
This is pre-Star Wars.
Yes.
So it makes me feel like it's not going to be like an outer space sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
You don't think?
I'm just guessing pre-Star Wars, no.
I'm gonna say right off the rip, I'm thinking of a.
But it's still post Star Trek.
Yeah, but Star Trek was on TV in the late 60s. I mean, this was...
And was it really in the zeitgeist of pop culture in the early 70s?
It went 3 years and then they canceled it, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like they felt it was...
You couldn't stream it back then.
I guess the popularity stuck around, obviously, because they made a cartoon of it, and then they started making movies, but even the movie didn't come around till 1980, I don't think.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Star Wars or Star Trek didn't get movies until after Star Wars.
Yes.
Got it.
Got people thinking, oh, let's go back to space.
Brian, did you have a plot for this?
Just the initial, I wasn't thinking, sci-fi. I was thinking maybe sheriff.
I'm thinking Western.
Western, maybe. Like
Where
troubled
where
lawman.
the lawman isn't he's not your typical hero.
He's the anti-hero
Sheriff.
The original sheriff got killed, and this gang of outlaws is taking over the town, and he just wants to do the right thing.
Or
I don't think it would be
a-
Clint Eastwood though, because he was
Well, I think we would have heard of it.
John
as
Wayne?
Clint Eastwood.
Not John Wayne. I don't think.
Honestly, for some reason I'm kind of thinking a Cold War spy, Russian.
Oh, okay.
Like Dark Star is the name of the
Satellite?
weapon or
Or a
the
mission or something.
Yeah, the mission.
Who's it star?
Who would be?
Kirk Douglas.
Burt Lancaster.
I was trying to what?
Burt Reynolds.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot her name. Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, she was at the Comic Expo.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking
Yeah.
of her.
Okay. So you're going that Cold War spy thriller.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, you're going Western. You and Jim are going Western.
I'm going Western.
I like that idea.
And I'm going to pull a Gene Hackman in this one. Oh,
Okay.
Hackman.
A young Gene Hackman
Yes.
Western, not versus old Gene Hackman
Yep.
Western.
I'm going Burt Lancaster.
I mean, let's go follow Gene Hackman around now and see what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean he's only
Or don't leave him alone, you fucking
TMZ.
Yeah.
he's only 96 and he wore the same thing twice in the same week. So we should obviously just tear him to shreds.
You mean the
on
same jacket?
fucking internet.
He's an Oscar winner. Why
and it
does he?
wasn't necessarily the same thing. It was similar to what he wore.
Why does Chadwick Boseman look skinny? Because he had fucking cancer, you assholes. He didn't want to tell you.
So there you go, Steve. I think the world at this time next year is going to suck. Still,
So who's it starring?
I'm gonna go Henry Winkler.
Oh, we got the Fonz.
I like it. Jason, did you have a choice?
I had Burt Lancaster. And
But I mean the plot. Were you
yeah,
going Western
I was
still?
following up with them that it was basically, the sheriff gets killed, the outlaws come to town, and basically they're
New guy has to come and clean
they're
them up.
they're killing the kids, keeping the women, and so
Killing the kids?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm going Burt Lancaster, and the female role is Susan St. James. So there you go.
I got. I'll go Faye Dunaway.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right.
Dark Star is a
Got it.
1974 American sci-fi comedy film
It's sci-fi. What we all got away from.
produced, scored, and directed by John Carpenter and co-written with Dan O'Banion. Follows the crew of the deteriorating starship Dark Star 20 years into their mission to destroy unstable planets that might threaten future colonization of other planets. It actually sounds kind of fun.
I actually like the plot.
It stars Dan O'Brien, Brian Narelle, Narelle, Cal Cunningham, and Dre Pahich. I don't know any of those people.
Well, I'm
Dan O'Bannon.
Not
Dre-
O'Brien.
No. There's not an R or a Y in there.
you mean a band like the writer?
Dan O'Bannon, yeah.
Yeah.
But O'Banion, I fucking hate O'Banion.
He got O'Bannon right when he said the
when he said the writer,
but
but
when he get to the actor, he said O'Brien.
Well,
Like Dan O'Brien, what is he going to be in a Nike commercial? Is he going to be a
Dan versus Dave.
Yep.
Wasn't Dan O'Brien one of the writers in Cracked?
Maybe. The Dark Star has aged and suffers frequent malfunctions of most systems. In fact, Commanding Officer Powell had died in one such event when he was electrocuted by his malfunctioning chair. but remains aboard in cryogenic. Cryogenic. What am I?
Cryo?
Cryo?
The R is before the Y.
Cryogenic suspension. What the hell's wrong with me? Lieutenant Doolittle, a former surfer
your
from
brain.
Malibu, has taken over as commander. Malibu.
For those interested, it is streaming on Crackle, Fandor, Peacocks, Plex, Pluto, Shout Factory TV, Roku Channel, Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Brad.
Or you can buy it through Amazon Prime.
Brad, watch this for us, please.
On the poster, it says the Spaced Out Odyssey.
I didn't even think that's only a couple years after 2001.
$60,000 budget.
Oh, nice.
I still think the plot sounds pretty interesting.
It does. Do we want to watch this?
I'll watch it.
Weren't we talking about everybody watching
Everybody
one thing?
watches something?
Next week?
I can send review and if I won't be here.
Are we doing it for next week, or are we going to give us a couple
2 weeks. Let's do
stories?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Write that down.
Write that down.
No, I didn't say sing what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Sing what I just said.
Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff, give us some box office news.
Oh, yeah, I got a button for that.
It sounds like we have Doritos being opened.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Unfortunately,
No bombs this week, it doesn't look like.
well, the Fall Guy, we don't have a specific thing, but the Fall Guy is not doing as well as it should be. Because it is better than the money it's doing domestically. Starting number one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes made $56.5 million in its opening weekend on a $160 million budget. So the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, good opening.
They were expecting 45 to 50 million.
So they beat that.
Yes.
Coming in at number two, The Fall Guy fell to $13.7 million, a total of $49.7 on a budget of $125 million. So less than $50 million in 2 weeks.
Has this
It's going to be tough to, I think, get at least domestically. I don't know if it's doing well internationally, which does like action movies.
Has it been announced where this will be streaming yet? I haven't seen anything about it. I'm just curious.
I'll find it out.
I'm trying to think what network The Fall Guy used to be on, so they probably own the rights to that ABC, so it would be Disney Plus or Hulu, maybe.
Maybe.
Number three, Challengers made $4.7 million, a total of $38 million on a budget of $55 million. I forgot what that one was about.
Disney Plus.
I was right.
Good job, Jeff.
Damn.
Disney Plus.
Tarot made another $3.5 million, a total of $12 million on an $8 million budget.
Jeff's favorite horror movie that he's never seen.
I mean, horror movies get their money back,
Yeah.
so they're almost always profitable until you try to get too fancy with them.
We're eating fiery mango Doritos. These things are delightful.
They are delicious.
I'll try one after I finish reading this here, but number five is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, another $2.5 million, a total of $192 million on a $135 million budget.
Yes.
So we will see more Kong and or Godzilla movies in the future.
Jason, have you watched it yet?
Not yet. It just came to streaming now. Well, sorry, you can rent. Sorry.
So you can rent it, even though it's still in the theaters, and it's still making the top five.
Yep. We'll be renting it this weekend. For $20 to rent, not that I want to spend that, but it's cheaper than me taking kid to the movies. It's like, okay.
All right. Upcoming May 17th of 2024, we have The American.
American ballet dancer Joy Womack is accepted into Moscow's infamously tough Bolshoi Ballet Academy with the dream of becoming a great ballerina.
Ooh.
This is a movie that was released last year but is being released in the States this year, starring Talia Ryder and Diane Kruger.
Jim went right to the bottom of the list of the new releases this week.
Anything that Diane Kruger is in can't be bad.
These are alphabetical order, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
well, I take that back. National Treasure 2 was that bad. Also coming out, we have Babes.
If It tells the story of Eden, who becomes pregnant from a one-night stand and leans on her married best friend and mother of her two to guide her. This stars, it's a comedy written and starring Alana Glazer. And then stars Michelle Buteau, Hassan Minaj. But this is a national release, even though Jason didn't put it on our thing, because it was a big trailer before The Fall Guy.
Yeah. It looked to be a funny movie. Also, we have Back in Black.
It's actually Back to Black.
I'm sorry.
I said,
So it's not named after the AC/DC album. It's named after the Amy Winehouse album.
yes, Back to Black.
Back to Black.
The life and music of Amy Winehouse through the journey of adolescence to adulthood and the creation of one of the best-selling albums of our time. And that is Marissa Abella playing Amy Winehouse. Eddie Marsan, Jack O'Connell, Leslie Manville. Yeah.
I do have to say those Doritos are pretty tasty, and that's coming from someone who does not really like Doritos.
Have you had these, Jim?
Not yet. I'll have some as soon as I'm done reading these.
I will. Next, we have I Saw the TV Glow.
Two teenagers bond over their love of a supernatural TV show, but it is mysteriously canceled.
Dum, dum, dum.
This is starring Justice Smith and Bridget Lundy Payne. Looks amusing. Kind of probably a little horror-ish.
We also have If.
A young girl who goes through a difficult experience begins to see everyone's imaginary friends who have been left behind as their real-life friends have grown up. This is the animated movie written by John Krasinski, starring Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Kelly Fleming, Steve Carell.
It looks good.
I saw
Ton of surprisingly Emily Blunt's in it.
weird. I did see like a little teaser for this where it was Krasinski and Carell, where they were like back together.
Yeah.
like since The Office, and that was pretty cool.
It looks enjoyable.
Yeah.
And the cast looks, I mean, has a huge cast and everybody, because again, people who are running it and written it are pretty popular.
And lastly, we have The Strangers, Part 1.
After their car breaks down in an eerie small town, a young couple is forced to spend the night in a remote cabin. Panic ensues as they are terrorized by three masked strangers who strike with no mercy and seemingly no motive.
So they made this before. This is the reboot, and it's the first of a trilogy. So, unlike The Exorcist, though, they didn't pay $400 million for the rights.
You mean the original one starring Scott Speedman?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering why that didn't take off and become a great...
Remember when Scott Speedman was the next big star?
No one remembers when Scott Speedman was the next big star.
Wilford Brimley does.
He was actually enjoyable in
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
I'll blame his co-star because Liv Tyler can't carry anything.
It's true.
I was trying to think of something
Empire
clever
Records?
to say that. And
She was the worst part of Empire Records.
no, I was trying to probably make some sort of like bad sex joke about what she could carry, but it just wasn't there. I couldn't find it.
That's what she said.
Her character in Lord of the Rings was unnecessary.
Well,
not unnecessary.
Wasn't unnecessary.
They added her into scenes her character was not in.
that's because one,
They
didn't-
paid her.
Yeah, they paid her, and the book had like one female character or something in it,
Yeah.
and they thought, well, she's going to be in here. She wasn't actually in the story, just in the appendices or something. They like referred to her, but I don't think they ever actually had her in the books.
I thought she wasn't part of it because she was the. Again, there was the. There were two female characters. There's
There was Galadriel,
and
Joan.
Rosie Cotton.
no.
Oh,
Well, she wasn't.
well, she was, but
I am no man.
oh, well, yeah, Éowyn.
Yeah, Eowyn.
But she don't come up until the second book.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
I really can't get enough of these fiery mango Doritos.
No, they're delicious.
These are amazing.
we'll let Jim go ahead and try some of those while we move on.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 music, Join.
Oh, yeah. We got top 5 music. I was about ready to explain it before I got to hit all these buttons.
Not a huge fan of the
love these
Doritos.
things.
Oh, I thought you meant of me hitting buttons that make a lot of noise
I
in
like
your
these
ear.
better than Cool Ranch.
Well, I hate Cool Ranch. So yeah, I have better than Cool Ranch too.
I like these.
I actually like these better than any other Dorito I've ever had.
Yeah. What's top 5 this week, Jeff?
According to the outline, this is from Randall, who is not evil,
He's just my brother.
handled that way. It's our top 5 favorite snacks. Oh, it does say drinks.
Does say drinks.
Oh, I didn't put
Snacks or drinks?
I didn't put drinks on mine. Damn it. Snacks or drinks you want in a bunker with you during an emergency.
A bunker? Or did you say bucker?
I probably stumbled over the word bunker, but I meant to say bunker if I did not.
Okay.
Thank you, Randall, for this. Second time he's did a top 5 for us.
It's not
Recently.
the second. He's
Recently.
Oh, okay.
He's also sent us another one.
Yeah, I think we got like a month's worth from him.
We appreciate it. So if you have a top 5, send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast, at Bad Ideas Podcast, on Twitter, or our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas. Jeff, go ahead. What's your number 1?
Well,
or number 5, sorry.
I'm working out where I want to
Okay, we'll go
throw
to Jeff
in.
first.
So I'll go. I will. Since it's food and drinks, I'll throw a food and a drink for each one. Mm-hmm. So number 5, I will say Pop-Tarts, assorted flavors, and let's put chocolate milk with that.
Oh, that's a good one.
So Pop-Tarts and chocolate milk.
I'm going. My number 5 is combos. Pretty much a lot of different flavors. I'm not particularly picky on that. And then if we're doing a drink with it, I'll do Coke. Just Coke. It's a good road trip food. Number 5.
Yeah, but this is bunker food we're going with, not
I know,
road
but
trip
it's also
food.
it's good for both.
I mean, I'm not denying it isn't, but I mean,
Yeah.
specifically, we're looking at bunkers.
I will eat them in the bunker.
when you're hunkering down, not when you're exploring the road.
That's true.
I will go hot cocoa with marshmallows and or whipped cream.
Oh, got through the whipped
And
cream.
by the marshmallows, they can be Peeps. I can throw in there. That's fine.
Brian, is your number 5 Peeps? Put it on the board, Jim.
No.
What's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm going to have to change this up since we're doing
I'm not doing
a
drink for each
snack
one.
drink combo.
I'm not.
You don't have to.
I'm not.
No, I mean, I like that idea.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go with barbecue Fritos and Mountain Dew Zero.
Okay. Number 4.
Number 4 for me, I will go with Jolly Rancher gummies and water.
So my number 3 is gummy Jolly Ranchers.
As that is typically
Yes,
my second dinner every Tuesday when I'm here.
they're delightful.
It's a great combination.
It is. Number 4.
My number 4, I'm going to go with a snack pack. Mainly banana pudding with a box of Nilla wafers with it.
Ooh,
So you're gonna do like an emergency banana pudding.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like that.
it. Like if it can't be homemade, that's a solid.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's sustainable for the long haul.
I thought I was your snack pack.
gross. Mine was IBC root beer. We'll throw a snack in there. I don't have this for everyone, but with snack, I'll do Twizzlers. Love me some Twizzlers. Number 4.
Number 4 for me is I want some good thick cut beef jerky,
Okay.
and we will drink a nice half of Weissen with that.
Okay. And number 3.
Number 3 for me, I will put Reese's. Anything. chocolate and peanut butter stuff together. Reese's.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, Reese's Pieces or Reese's.
What goes with it though?
Oh shit, I want milk with that because I have Reese's Puff cereal and I'll pour milk and a little bit of OJ.
Okay.
So I mean, it's breakfast, quote unquote, but no, that's an eat anytime you want something tasting good snack.
Okay. My number 3 is Jolly Rancher gummies. And since I have the same thing every Tuesday as well, I'll do water with lemon juice in it. Number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me, I am going to go with a big tub of random M&Ms.
Ooh.
All different kinds.
Okay.
But you can put the peanut in there, but because if I'm in a bunker, I still eat those too.
If you're that desperate.
Yes.
Number 3, Brian?
Number 3 for me, I'm going to go with some milk and the Little Debbie peanut butter crunches.
Good one.
Specifically. I got to make sure that my bunker is located to a Kroger that carries them. Because apparently not all Krogers carry them.
I will say my bunker definitely has a generator to self-power, so I have refrigeration, freezer if I need be,
Sure,
and be able to
Yep.
run a nice oven or a deep fryer or something.
I like it.
air fryer.
Air fryer.
Yeah, I like it.
Number 2.
Number 2, we're going to go with some Grippos. And then we're going to pair that with
Coke.
Cherry Coke Zero.
Oh, cherry Coke is.
I'm a fan of Cherry Coke Zero as well.
Number 2, Jim.
My number 2 is going to be a random selection of Pringles with a Coke, with cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke.
But yeah, it's going to be just. They're going to be the pizza. They're going to be the barbecue, the cheese, the regular, just whatever.
It's random.
I mean, it is an emergency situation, so you're not quite sure what.
Yes.
Could
You're
be
just
available.
grabbing any type of Pringles off the shelf at that point.
I mean, it could just be lightly salted.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I mean,
My number 2, the big fudge rounds, not the regular ones, the bigger ones.
Is the taste that much difference between the sizes?
I just feel like it tastes better. I really do.
Okay.
Maybe it's just more cream. I don't know.
Yeah, the ratio.
Yeah.
you would like more cream.
Yeah, I do.
Because you're right with like the Reese cups, the ratio is different in the size. So
So the big ass fudge rounds.
BAFR.
Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me, I'm going to throw my Coca-Cola in here.
Okay.
I need Coca-Cola. It's the best drink out there.
Okay.
And I'm going to have that with cheese curds. Flavored cheese curds would be nice. Some nice dill or garlic or dill and garlic.
Okay.
And then I can also, if I want to, heat them up in the deep fryer or the air fryer or whatever. So get a little coating on there. And
Speaking of the cheese, that cheese we bought from the Video Game Expo was really good.
I think we finally just finished ours.
I think I have one. I have the pepper jack. I think left. I think that one. It was delightful.
Yeah.
So I will get their name next week and promote them here. Number 1 for you?
Number 1 for me, I'm just flat out going Sour Patch Oreos. It has become my new favorite.
Even above the peanut butter?
Yes.
Oreo?
Right
Wow.
for right now.
Wow.
Like I said, Jim gave me a couple of cookies last night, and I'm eating these, and I'm thinking, this flavor is like everything I need to be content in life.
That's a big
I think,
move because, what was it, peanut butter pie?
Yeah.
That was our number 1.
Well, for right now, and it may not stay there, but for right now,
Breaking
I can't
news.
think of anything that I would want as a comfort food more than that.
Okay.
And Doug, I'm saying that and saying you're still not forgiven for the ranch ice cream.
Number 1 for me is Jeff. You know what it is.
Snyder's and Hanover pretzels.
Bingo. Yeah.
Any of them in particular, or
I did like so a couple years ago they had like the spring pretzels. Those were really good. They don't make those anymore. And then they also had Oktoberfest ones, which were really good.
Which were the ones that you had a pallet delivered? The spring?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of our friends may have had a connection, and literally I came home and I had a pallet of pretzels on my front porch. It was the greatest thing ever.
I like the old style of the.
Yeah. I'll be honest, any of this, the thick ones, I'm talking the thick pretzels and that.
The old style are thicker ones, but they're not break your teeth on.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what was good. The spring ones weren't as like tooth breaking as
they were hollow on the inside. They had more air on the inside. So I know my pretzels. Number one for you?
Number one for me, I'm going to go with a drink. I'm going to pick up some of the. It can be either the sparkling ices.
Oh, I love those.
Or the
I'll put those with my Oreos.
Or the bubbly, the Pepsi.
Bubbly.
Either one of those with a charcuterie board with crackers. Whether it's a fancy one or it can be just fucking Lunchables. Okay. But cheese crackers, meats
and cheese and crackers,
maybe some grapes or whatever, some jam, just some
little pieces of kiwi cut in the corner.
Yep.
Brian, number one.
All right, number one for me. The snack will be the caramel creams, the bullseyes, candies.
This is my oldest son's favorite.
My favorite candy. Jolly Rancher, close, very, very close second.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pair that with some bourbon.
I just like how you're like.
I'm like, he hasn't had bourbon on his list yet. That's coming, right?
I like how he was like a chef there at a restaurant.
Pairing.
You're going to pair that with some bourbon.
I actually see the caramel bullseyes paired with bourbon.
That could that could work.
Yeah.
I thought about putting, since it just says snacks, I'm like, well, I'll eat like little Wagyu beef medallion kebabs with like potatoes and onions and stuff on it.
I eat those for snacks all the time.
How about Belushi's little chocolate donuts?
They've been on my breakfast table since I was a kid.
We did have some listener feedback on this one. Jenny had vanilla wafers, peanut M&Ms, Smart Food popcorn, Dots pretzels. Ooh, Dots is good.
Dots is pretty good.
And Chewy Chips Ahoy cookies. Do like those.
And she mentioned the popcorn. I did think about kettle corn. Probably made my... you're crazy.
I thought about puff corn.
So Schneider's of Hanover, I was just looking like if you could find the springtime ones. One of their snacks is milk chocolate pretzel balls.
Mm-hmm.
You won't like it.
No, I know, but that's pretty impressive. Like, it actually does look good, though.
They're delightful.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the ones on my list were the pretzel M&Ms.
Okay.
You were talking about throwing pretzel flips on your list.
Yeah, just to piss Jason off.
Thank you. Nick Mayer, who we just talked about earlier, his top 5 snacks I must have during an emergency: plain oyster crackers. That's actually pretty good, too.
Oyster crackers are good.
They're Skyline oyster crackers.
Yeah.
Well, the old Skyline. That company went out of business. They found someone to make something close, not quite there.
Plantain chips.
Plantain.
Thank you. Fritos flavored twist honey barbecue.
Yep.
That sounds amazing. Chex mixed cheddar.
Cheddar.
Chex mixed cheddar.
I almost put the Munchos cheddar fix because then you get Doritos, Cheetos, Sun Chips, and pretzels all in one bag.
And then he also has Oreo Thins. So there you go. Jacoba, at Tweets by Jacoba, had Good and Plenty.
Wow.
That would have made Dr. Dana's list.
Ugh. Flavor Ice Popsicles. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Wild Turkey 101. Mike's and Ike's.
Well, Jacobo, we now have Wild Turkey 101 at Dana Gardens.
There you go.
So please show up and drink it, because last time Pierce drank it, he was laying down upstairs trying to watch the FCC game on his phone.
I will say, I ran into Jacobo over the weekend. He was in town.
He was in town. He stopped by. He was at the bar because he came in for the end of the year Everton match.
Yeah. Pleasant surprise running into him there.
But you can no longer make 252s.
Well, yeah, we can.
Okay.
Well, they don't make 151 anymore, do they?
They don't make Bacardi 151, but Paramount makes 151.
Oh, I didn't know somebody else took over the mantle.
And his number one was Grippo's barbecue chips. His honorable mentions, kettle corn and seed watermelon. And
Seeded water. He needs the seed because I'm the opposite.
I too.
He's going to grow his own watermelon.
I thought it's because he likes to do those spitting contests.
And that, too. It's entertainment.
And finally, we'll end it with the guy that started the top 5 for us, Randall Holt. At RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
And my brother.
Top 5. Little Debbie Nutty Bars.
Nutty bar's good.
Gardetto's Snack Mix.
Gardettos are good.
I don't know Gardettos.
Peanut M&Ms.
It's like a Chex Mix
like a
type.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better than Chex Mix, I think. Peanut M&Ms. Diet Coke. And Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is number 1. Honorable mention, Skittles and soft pretzels. So there you go.
Pretty much I picked mine, stuff that's going to be sustainable and stuff that I won't get sick of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was the issue with Little Debbie's because I can eat them all, but then the next day I'm like, I don't want this one anymore.
Just to let you know, Brian Owl already has the top 5 for next week. His list out. So next week we're going to do top 5. Where is it? Top 5 uncles or aunts, fictional.
Oh, uncles or aunts.
Yeah,
Marissa Tomei.
in TVs, movies, and comics. So there you go. He also has top 5 terrible things Doug has brought you, is what Randall said. We need like top 30 on that one.
Well, we all know what number 1 is.
Himself.
It was the same spot on the wrong page, so...
Sorry, Doug. It just came out.
Bad idea of the week, number 510. Squid.
Squid's not a bad idea.
Squid in a freeze-dried package.
Freeze-dried hot squid.
Freeze-dried, non-chewable squid.
Before I get to titles of the show,
Yeah.
Oh, you going to do a Mad Libs?
we are. But we were just talking about Jacobo.
Yeah.
And I just remembered he sent me some personal listener feedback that I forgot to read. And I told him I would do it. But so I'm adding it in here. He wants to know, is there a penalty for Jason's false start, a legal procedure for not having enough people when he started the podcast?
Not enough people on the line.
Yeah, that's under review. We will announce disciplinary actions in the upcoming weeks.
I'm sure I'll have to eat something.
Yes. And then he also wanted to know, do true Midwesterners move things to the basement for a tornado watch? In AI voice, we're talking about a tornado watch, not a tornado warning, a watch.
No.
For a watch, no, you don't move stuff for a watch.
For a warning, you start bringing
Although, didn't
stuff.
they change what everything means?
Yes. The tornado warning now is what a tornado watch was 30 years ago.
Yeah, so
It's where the conditions are right for a tornado.
So a warning is now not as big of a deal as it was when we were growing up. Now it's either a tornado warning or you are being hit with a tornado.
Yes.
It's
30
the
years ago.
conditions are right.
30 years ago, the tornado warning was there was one scene, take
Somewhere.
cover immediately.
Yeah.
And they said they changed it because they want to give more time for people just to be safe, just in case.
Because the warning came out and, it's here already, and people
Yeah.
didn't have time to react.
Yeah.
Whatever it was last week, it was bad enough that a guinea pig got brought to the basement.
Yes, that is true. Coconut. Okay.
So whatever that is.
We'll do titles for the show, and then we'll do a Mad Libs.
But don't we do Mad Libs first?
Sure, we'll do Mad Libs. What are we doing? Which one?
Yeah, because of the title hidden in the Mad Libs.
That's true.
We are doing DC supervillain Mad Libs.
Ooh,
I like
excellent.
that one.
Brainiac.
All right, Jeff, give me a verb ending in ing.
Cupping.
Jason, give me a place.
The Legion of Doom.
Jim, give me a person you know.
I will go with
Dunkaroo Duck. Dunkaroo Duck.
Ape Bit.
Jeff, give me a part of the body.
Hand.
I was deciding which nickname to go with. For there.
Jason, give me a type of liquid.
Semen.
I knew that was coming.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
Oh, you wanted to hit.
Jim, give me an exclamation.
Ejaculation.
Nuts.
Nuts.
Jeff, give me a verb.
No.
And that's a noun.
I guess. Well, ejaculate. Yeah.
is
Murder.
murder.
In Savannah.
Murder board. Murder board.
Murder.
The next one, Jason was a city.
So you're writing it.
There's been a murder in Savannah.
Jim, give me a type of food.
Squid.
Squid. Definitely squid.
Jeff, I need an article of clothing.
Bustier.
I don't know. We laughed so much.
Jason, I need a color.
Fuchsia.
Jim, I need an adjective.
I'll go scary.
Boo.
Jeff, give me an animal.
Ooh, an animal.
Can't say squid.
I'll say clam.
Jason, give me an occupation.
We are going with a plumber.
Jim, give me a number.
I'm going 43.
Oh, not 42?
I'm going
I
43.
like the 43.
Jeff, I need a part of the body.
Oh, another one. Eyebrow.
And Jason, I need a plural noun.
Okay. Icebergs.
You ruined the whole thing with that one.
All right.
The cleanest thing I could think of.
So we're doing a Harley and Ivy Mad Lib.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is not going to be
Oh,
good.
jeez.
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are on the road again, cupping for trouble.
Nope.
Harley, when we get to the Legion of Doom, I'm starving. 8-bit. My hand has been rumbling since I drank that bottle of semen for breakfast. Nuts, Harley. I'm trying to murder here. Once we get to Savannah, we can stop for a bite to eat, but no squid.
That's a good answer.
Uh-oh, I forgot to pack my good bustier. The one with the fuchsia stripes that make me look like a scary clam.
Oh,
You're a plumber with 43 outfits. You'll be fine. Now strap your eyebrow down.
Strap your eyebrow down?
Strap your eyebrow down. We're about to make these icebergs screech.
I think it works. It's still better than anything that DC made in film lately.
that's true. What was that line? The bustier with the...
I forgot to pack my good bustier, the one with the fuchsia stripes that makes me look like a scary clam.
I like that she drank a cup of semen.
She drank a bottle of it for breakfast.
A whole bottle for breakfast.
That's on like OnlyFans, right?
I
That can't be good.
don't know.
Okay, Roger, what are we doing?
Titles.
For the show.
Show.
I have Welcome to Reality Talk. I'll Buck Your Ranch. Extraordinarily Dead.
I did also have Extraordinarily Dead.
That's all I had.
I had Squat Master D. We don't have enough gaffers. And I feel so bad about myself this whole episode.
I had, he is a Browns fan. What is your Amazon password? I'm getting a sandwich. What the hell is that word?
That's a good title.
What the hell is that word?
No.
I like it.
A twig of marshmallow. Not enough gaffers. I was ready for it to be out of my mouth. At least he had marshmallows. And scary clam.
I had The Squid Is Coming. Buck Your Ranch. Squatmaster D. He is extraordinary.
Extraordinarily Dead.
He didn't get me shit. It's not a good anything. And I didn't write it down, but what Jim said about me not feeling...
I feel so bad about myself this whole episode.
Yes, I very much do.
I like Extraordinarily Dead.
Yeah, when that came up, I was writing. We were both writing it down immediately.
Okay. Well,
thank you, Sean Connery.
Thanks, everybody, for listening, especially Sean Connery. And we will see you next week. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.